Yep. Oh, brilliant stuff. There's another one. Come here, mate. Oh, God. Just get your heart going. It's so cool. Early morning, there is no better way to start the day than doing some of this stuff before work. You've got to be out early, get that surface bite, because backs just feed like crazy. This one's up around that 400, maybe just shy of it. Oh, I might just pop in. There you go. Oh, these things are just unreal. Let's keep doing it. These pompadours are just unbelievable. They're a lot bigger surface profile than a lot of bass profiles and little crawlers and things. It doesn't make any difference. The action is just so dominant that these things will pull in bass, Saratoga. They're great for Murray cod. They've got a huge name in Australia now with Murray cod, but God, they're amazing for bass. And that wasn't even a bass. I think that was a couple of small mangrove jacks. So I've seen brim coming up this morning, chasing these things. There's a couple of lures out on the market now that have a bigger profile, that brim, mangrove jack, bass, they don't care, they're just going to smash it. And these pompadours are definitely one of them. If you haven't got your hands on one yet, the moment you pull it out of the packet and start to take a look at the terminals, the quality of the prop and the way the hook hangers are mounted with big solid hooks, and then these big loud wings that paddle across the surface, you just can't resist it. And this is the first thing I'm throwing on at the moment because of that noise and the quality of the action bringing it back. They're a lot of fun. Check out some of the action. Exactly what I mean. They come in 4 different sizes, these things now, but it doesn't really matter how big you go because the action is just exceptional and the bass love them. Just try and unhook this fella. In the water, maybe. Oh, I'm about to lose. Come here, mate. Well, there was rain about this morning, but I've just got more wet from playing with this bloke than anything. Okay. So he's a just legal bass, but he had no hesitation in smashing that pompadour. This is what they're all about. If you haven't seen them before, take a look at this big, broad, bubbly profile. The wings are adjustable so that if they bend out you can fix them back into position, but you can hear all this noise. There's a prop on the back there that just goes crazy on a loose hook hanger, and that's the way it's been mounted through a screw, which just allows for a lot more movement. You're not going to be popping fish off, and it creates a whole load of noise. Even just sitting on your rod in the breeze, can you hear that? It's tiny little subtle movements like that that'll throw that big knocking sound out. And these predatory fish in our little creeks and estuaries and rivers, they just can't resist it. The Pompador by Jackall, you've got to get one and give it a crack. The more I'm fishing with different lures and bigger profiles, the more I'm realising that if you can get a lure that's got the right action, the sort of action that turns fish on, which is a really repeatable sound, and it depends on what species you're after as to how subtle or how loud you want that sound, how deep the knocking sound needs to be. But there's these lures around that are just a lot bigger profile, but still that good that they're going to call the fish in and they're not afraid to hit them. And I've found that with these pompadours, Yamagatsu ironmouths, things like that. They all just pull big fish in and small fish across a range of species. There's something special about this lure. Enjoyed the action you've seen with this Pompadour and like to see more tips and reviews on the latest lures to hit the market and some of the best lures that I've been using, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You're going to see a whole lot of action coming in the next few weeks. I've got some of the latest lures to hit the Australian market coming with my tips, so stay tuned because there's more to come. I'll see you next time.